Hi, good evening. Sorry I'm late. I did say I had an explanation for it. It's not a good one. Hey, Tramp, how you doing? I'm okay. I am okay. I made a series of terrible choices that did not shake out in my favor. So it turns out, so when I'm doing a main story quest in something like an RPG, especially a quest that locks out your inventory and your journal and stuff, so it's clearly designed to be A to B, a straight line, I like to finish that quest in one go. And it turns out the quest in Cyberpunk 2077, where you hit Konpeki Plaza and collect the chip, is see, I figured it'd be what, like an hour maybe? But the problem is I figured it'd be like an hour at 5 o'clock. It turns out it's much closer to 2 hours because I forgot all of the stuff that happens after Konpeki Plaza. So I was trapped in a vortex of this quest that seemed like it would never end. It was 20 minutes for me. What the fuck? I'm talking. I ran from starting in Konpeki to meeting Johnny, like when you take the Omega blockers for the first time. Because I couldn't unlock the journal or anything. And I just kind of thought, oh, if I can't access my journal or my inventory, then this is one that I'd like to run the whole way through. But I also mostly stealthed out of the hotel, which I thought would be fine because I'd completely forgotten about the whole bit after with like Johnny's memories and the dumpster being in the junkyard and Takamura and the whole thing. You see where my blinding error was made on that decision. Still, I made it eventually. Don't worry about it. It's fine. But yes, we're here for Final Fantasy now. I apologize for not showing up during the week. I'm gonna be quite honest. You could have put me in an industrial-sized washing machine, and I would have come out of that week slightly less muddled. I cannot tell you how many system errors I had on Monday when I was doing a task that had to be completed on Monday and could not be put off until they were fixed. And for some reason, our support unit doesn't have anyone in it in the afternoon. So I was speedrunning panic like nobody's fucking business. It still went wrong. We still got an email the next day saying, hey, why is this file fucked up completely? So, haha, yay. We don't know. We still don't know. But it's probably fine. Oh, I don't know. But I don't have to do that one this week, so that's nice. That's genuinely kind of a fucking relief, honestly. Let me see, is there anything else I'm forgetting? Probably, but I don't know what, so I can't really, I miss Elden Ring. I would like to get back to Elden Ring. I would like to get back to Baldur's Gate. I'm pretty sure those were the other two. I can't remember. My brain is fried. How was dentist? Dentist was pretty good. I actually actively relaxed at the dentist while I was waiting for the numb stuff to kick in, which is a brand new experience for me. Yeah, no, it was a simple filling. Although he did ask, it was a little disconcerting when the dentist looked me in the eye and said, how did you even spot that? Referring to the cavity. Which is disconcerting because it's a little black dot on a thing that is supposed to be entirely white, or at least if it's not white, brown with coffee stains. So him asking that was disconcerting, but nonetheless. But yeah, I have another one in September. Hopefully, see, this was just a filling, so I just went in to get the filling done. Hopefully in September I can get this sharp bitch that keeps cutting my cheek filed down. I have to get him to take a look at another tooth that I'm pretty sure has a crack in it, but I didn't want to bring it up on Wednesday because I didn't want to fucking deal with it. But yeah, I just told him, you know, I know both of these teeth need fillings. I figured I'd ask you which one needs it the most, and you can pick which one gets it. So then he picked the one that I saw that needed a filling, so thumbs up to me on that one. Let me see. What is that doing there? But yeah, we should be... I don't want to jinx it, because every time I've said so far that we should be back to normal, it's, like, gone to shit immediately. So, like, knock on wood, fingers crossed, the whole shebang. We should be good till September.
His last order was, come, and they came. All of them, even the dragons.
Even the dragons, indeed. we should be good till September, because that's the next time that I know I have anything to scramble about, which is just another dentist appointment, but that's gonna fuck my whole week anyway. And hopefully I might actually get some sleep. I haven't been. That bank holiday absolutely shattered my sleep schedule like nobody's business, which has not been helping because I stayed up. I didn't get like any sleep the Monday night, so I've had to be take naps every other fucking day now, which is also not helping because I don't know if I finish work at 6, I want at least a 2-hour nap. So, And by at least, I mean they've been a minimum of 3 and have not been helping me fix my sleep schedule. But the weather's cooling a bit, that should help. Keeps me awake. But yes, Final Fantasy. Let's go see what this weird fiend lady has got going on. Why can I not open this fucking bottle? Oh my god, this thing's fucking tight. My dentist appointment's on the 20th of September. Hey, mine's 16th. Fingers crossed yours goes smoothly. Oh my god, open the fucking bottle. Jesus. Excuse me one moment. Oh, there we go. Fucking hell. Oh. There we go. Maybe I shouldn't have left it in the fridge for like 3 weeks. Do I have this set up? I'd fucking better do. Weak nerd arms. I mean, I'd love to argue that, but I can't. I cannot fairly argue that at all. So I'm afraid yes, weak nerd arms it is. I must concede the point on that, much as it burns me. Yeah, there was a slight change with the Yuna. No longer Yuna. I got bored. I paid €7 for this idea to change the names, so... oh, names. That does remind me, actually. €7 for a name change. Yeah, and it'll be another €7 when you change it back. And if you're planning on sneaking in there and snagging the Yuna name, I already have an... I've already sort of banked it, so... The nerve from Squeenix. I mean, people don't usually change their name very often, but I will do it for the meme. I was Pinello for a while. Fuck, I was Caramel Dancing for a very brief while. Well, that was just the... That was back when the meme started about putting Caramel Dancing on, like, a reverb, so it sounds like it's coming out of a nuclear bunker. But yes, we have Blue Magical Girl Geralt. We have slightly more dangerous Pink Magical Girl Geralt. Wrong one. How have you banked it? I made an alt with the same name, so it's basically locked down until I delete that alt. And the fucking OG glam. Because I've been basically mainlining the fucking Accidental Warlord Geralt AU Fix series on AO3, which, don't get me started, it's fucking fantastic. There's like 45, 46 parts to it, and I have read every single one of them and loved it. And there's also... It spawned its own tag on AO3, inspired by the Accidental Warlord series by Inexplicafix, and it's so good. They just don't fucking miss in there. But yeah, I've just been mainlining that, and then for some reason, in my brain, it combined with Final Fantasy XIV, so... I guess I also used my last Fantasia to change her eyes to yellow just to commit to the bit. Which means I am going to have to go and spend another €7. 1, to change my name back eventually, and 2, to change my eye color back, so it'll be 14. This is a €21 for fucking joke or meme, but I spent more money on worse causes. The one thing I refuse to do is I could get the Witcher slip pupils if I went Suncat, a Sunseeker Mikote, but I'm not doing that. That would be too far off the beaten path for me. Which reminds me, I need to keep leveling fucking Reaper. Let me see. Okay, hold on. Yeah, I'm queuing for alley raids because it's a DPS bonus at the minute, which means extra XP. Because the XP bonus depends on whatever adventurer need is up at the time you queue, and not the time it pops, which is the best part. I did not go and get that fucking triple. Okay. And yes, I did die to murder Scythe Pink. Don't worry about it. The amount of fucking money I have spent on white dye is... Because none of this is pearl white, which you can get for, like, free. It's all the pure white dye. Actually, wait, did I buy any of that, or did I just have some stocked up? I may have just had some stocked up, to be fair. You, strange man. Give me your card. I'm going to beat it out of you. Fallen Ace. Oh. I forgot to put the music on. I knew something was missing. I thought it was weirdly quiet. I've been using speakers because my jaw's fucked, so I didn't really notice. Sure. Might have been a mistake. No, it's a fallen ace. It should be fine, right? Oh, excellent. Straight off the gate. Straight out the bat. Out the gate, off the bat. Fuck. There we go. We will probably end up in Crystal fucking Tower again. We're always in Crystal fucking Tower. What do you want?
Rather than bore you with lengthy explanations, let us head back to the farm we passed earlier. Yipyi's Halo, it's called, and we can speak with one of the farmers when we arrive.
I guess we're off to Yipyi's Halo? That does... I'm not pronouncing that correctly. Yippee? Yippee? Pi? That's more Y's in a row than I expect. If you've only just shown up, why are the rows already formed, by the way?
Allow me to introduce you to Mahusa. Mahusa, one of the most experienced farmhands in all of Alexandria. She's well versed in myriad farming techniques. Indeed, the wealth of knowledge she shared with the other farmers is what has allowed this place to flourish. Queen's Fiend, to what do I owe this sudden shower of praise? My apologies for the interruption. I'm come with guests from beyond the barrier. They wish to learn more of Alexandria, and so I invited them to see how our crops are grown. I do hope that's all right.
So the rumors of visitors from the outside were true. What manner of hosts would we be to deny them a look around? And I gather your majesty also intended to check on things here?
You know me too well, Mahusa. I thought to seize this opportunity to see how the farmers fare, and perhaps pepper them with a few questions. Though I do so enjoy observing and taking part in the work too. It would appear we have her permission. So please, walk the grounds to your heart's content.
You go on ahead.
I'll keep Speen company. Don't misunderstand. I'm not the suspicious type. But given our positions, it would make sense for us to go around together, wouldn't you say? A fair point, but be sure not to let me out of your sight. I shall remain under Wuklamot's watchful eye. Pray, come find us after you've seen your fill and spoken with the other farmhands. That was the... Why is like every second line out of her mouth is suspicious? Oh hey, this is the guy I tried talking to on the way in. Light levels appear to be fine. Now as for the power source. You wish to know about my job? I tend to the fields, mostly. Watering the crops, keeping the soil fertile, and so on. It admittedly took some time until I fully understood how best to carry out my duties. I also manage the lamps we use in the fields. We do our best to keep everything up to code, but should they ever start to malfunction, it's up to me to fix them. The land and sky being what they are, ensuring a rich harvest makes for constant work, but honestly, I enjoy how involved the process is. Both my parents being Alexandrian, I didn't grow up knowing much of anything about farming. Every day is an opportunity to learn and grow. Wuklamot gonna be kidnapped again? Possibly, although I should hope she's slightly better at not getting kidnapped anymore. If she's experienced it once, she knows the signs. Oh, an unfamiliar face. I gather this is your first time on site then. Well, this here's the storehouse, or rather the entrance. The real storehouse is underground, much more spacious, and equipped with a temperature regulation system to keep the harvest from spoiling. It's a freezer. Since the entrance is so small, it's much easier to prevent wild beasts from wandering inside, which also makes it a viable facility for breeding and raising livestock. We've even got a few beds down there for emergencies. My parents often complain about how Alexandrian technology and electro complicate our lives, but it's just a matter of learning how things work. Take my job, for instance. I'm presently overseeing the storage of harvested crops. They'll be taken up to the tower for processing, and from there find their way to every dining table in Alexandria. The work is hard, I'll not deny, but I take great satisfaction in what we do. Processing in the tower. That seems kind of weird. A little weird. Although I notice it's very flat up there, so maybe that's where Alexandria, the rest of it is. Oh, hello. They're saying that you and yours are visitors from beyond the barrier. Is that true? It's an alley queue. There's a 50-50 odds it just cancels. So it is! Which means we're connected to the outside world again. Not that I have a desire to leave, mind you. I'm quite content with life here in Alexandria. But setting that aside, you're here to observe our work, right? As you can see, I'm in charge of livestock. Here at EP's Halo... Oh, bollocks. It did go through.
Please don't be Crystal Tower.
Fuck yes! It's a good one for a change. Although our poor guy at the end no longer gets to do 50% of his fucking moveset, because we keep killing him too fast. But I'm sure he'll be fine.
So, you are resolved to face me.
Actually, to be fair, I don't think any of them get to do their full moveset anymore. Azimo seems to get the most of it. I think he just disappeared mid-combat. I mean, yeah, probably, honestly. That's not out of the ordinary for the Warrior of Light. Hey, Dynamic, how you doing?
You alright? Hey, that's good to hear. Me? I'm doing good. We were getting some story done, but our queue decided to pop. Wait. Yeah, okay. Hey, Ingrid, how you doing? Does that not make life better? Do not turn around. Excellent. Thank you, Ingrid. I almost fucking died for a fucking positional. I forgot how fucking directions work for a minute there. Yeah, but paying attention is for other people. I have fucking true north. I should not have been risking my fucking life for that. Well, that may have been a bit of a waste, but nonetheless. Nothing is not wasteful. Debating if it's worth the extra exercise to eat a full tub of ice cream. I mean, I don't see when it would never ever be not worth eating a full tub of ice cream. No breeding in the Alliance raid. Oh god, this is a fucking Void Ark all over again. Should make some food? Hey, yeah, that actually, yeah. It's getting pretty late. Well, actually, okay, I don't know where you are. But yes, food is always a good idea. Did you say breeding? Yes. If he's reproducing.
The builder has been made to yield.
Listen, there were some incidences in the Void Ark run I did last night, so things happen. We don't need to worry about it. Why me? I'm literally just standing here, my dude. For God's sake, pick a direction. No breeding in the... Yeah, and I stand by that sentence. No breeding in the Alliance raid is weird. And our FF players will understand what I mean when I say there was, in fact, a male aura involved. If you want to breed, you can break into somebody's apartment. Wrong way. No, wait. Correct way. That reminds me, I need to lock my apartment again. Apparently they're using open apartments in Solution 9 for that, though, so... That's a city.
Ahead stands a statue I have fashioned for our contest.
I guess we'll see if we get there and there's like 2 naked people stood on the, stood on a bed somewhere. Ominous word, considering the small children people. I don't remember the names. Lalafell? Oh, the Lalafell, yeah. People do ERP with Lalafell. It's something. It's one of those things where, like, they are canonically adults, and short people are absolutely allowed to fuck, but I don't like thinking about it, and it feels weird. A crime? No, they are literally supposed to be adults. That's the thing. So it's one of those weird areas, like, I don't want to think about it too much. Just put a big old no thank you label on that, and don't think about it, and then everything will be fine. Anime problem? Yeah, pretty much. I'm going on this one. I don't want to go get slid down at an angle just in case. Yeah, because it does that. Wait, my fucking gluttony! God damn it. Why are we tanking him there? Or is it just that he moves too fast for you to move? Oh god. Oh yes, the 10,000-year-old child vampire. Yeah, that's, it's something, alright. That is a choice that was made, and I question every day the decision maker. To be fair, it's a problem easily avoided by just getting weirdly into the old men in The Witcher. Like, this... Like Astarion? No, Astarion was a grown-ass fucking adult before he became a vampire, so he's fine. He only acts like— he doesn't act like a child, he acts like a brat. It's a difference. Crucial difference. And to be fair, the trauma is probably directly related to that. We can't really judge. Are you even gonna be able to get the second one of this road? Ralgar? Oh my god, this poor man. This poor old grandpa. With, frankly, stunningly large thighs. You know. We could fucking fine. Yeah, that's what I fucking thought. That is gonna become the new fucking ancient flare, isn't it?
Mortals, enter my realm, if you dare.
People gambling with their fucking lives on his last couple of HP. Do I have those? Yes. Do I have those? Do I care? Oh, I do care. Never mind. Those look sick. Oh, hi. I really can't be arsed. Yeah, it was fucking bacon. Required ice cream. Excellent. I congratulate you on your successful hunt. Oh, bollocks. I didn't know she's that low.
You will be scoured by the light of the sun.
Clotted cream vanilla. Ooh. That does sound banging. I haven't played Reaper on level in a while, so this is a lot of buttons I wasn't expecting. Or sort of forgot I had. I'm usually just getting synced down to where I get like 4 buttons. Hell, yesterday I didn't even have a fucking... I was in Cutter's Cry, which is 38. I didn't even have an AoE combo. Like some kind of fucking animal.
Towards the GPS? With your big fat fucking AoE on your head?
That was rude, and don't think I didn't see that. God, it took me forever to figure out what the tell for the safe spot on that was. Long enough for it to be considered embarrassing, honestly. I'm gonna have to fix my headphones after this. My ears hurt like a fucking bastard. But I feel like it's nothing new. At least my jaw isn't going numb this time, which is tragically a fucking improvement. So... Oh, she's not even gonna get out the fucking circles. This thing. Oh my god. I have to see ads on Cloud of Darkness every goddamn time, but I can't see the cool mechanics in here, really. Although, to be fair, Scales was wide open to abuse. Also make vanilla clotted cream. When I ate that, I could feel my dentist screaming at me from 30 miles away. Yeah. I've never been a big fan of fudge. It's always too sweet for me. To be fair, I've gone right off of overly sweet things anyway. Unfortunately, I have had to commit to the magical girl bit, so it's kind of cringe, but it's also much funnier for me if I do, so... I really need to start actually being efficient with my use of True North. That would make it much, it would probably get me more out of it, I assume. No, you can have that, thank you. Ow, my bones. But also, I really can't be arsed. You got a coffee machine for actual coffee granules rather than instant coffee? No. We have a kettle. And a carton of milk. I absolutely have I have no patience for that grinding coffee shit. To make their own coffee, it's incredible. I'm gonna be honest, I pretty much I love coffee, but I don't drink it like an aficionado, you know?
The flames of the abyss consume all.
This mechanic is so much nicer when you're not a fucking caster. Where's my fucking mouse? Thank you. Coffee is bitter and icky. That's what milk sugar. That is what milk sugar and either vanilla or hazelnut shots are for, depending on what I'm getting. This is a vanilla latte, hazelnut cappuccino kind of house. Imagine if I actually remember to use True North. Fucking hell. Oh well, whatever. Oh, fuck this. Fucking kill him. I wonder how many people just ate that talk for that, though. Hot chocolate and honey. It sounds nice, but it also sounds very sweet. When's my gift idea? I gotta ask Custard if I can send caramelized onion sausage roll. Probably not. I'm gonna be honest, you probably can't pull that one off. Oh, there we go. Ow! Oh my god, my shoulder bones are cracking very loudly. If you can get... Let me see, I can't remember the brand. There was this one hot chocolate brand that I used to drink because they were the only ones that made good hot chocolate. I think it was Bewley's. Let me just skip through what we already read with Kippa. Kippa-wee. He's in charge of livestock. Here at UP's Halo, we produce not only fruits and vegetables, but also meat, poultry, and eggs. Tending the animals is an absolute joy, but I have to be careful not to grow too attached. It's always a little sad when they're shipped off, but a job is a job. Well, I need to get back to it, but it was nice talking to you. Please give my regards to the Queen. You're very suspicious, Queen. This is definitely up to something. And had better not have kidnapped my cat girl. My other cat girl. Did the screen just flicker weirdly for you, or did I just pass through some sort of visual effect without realizing? I will hope that I imagined that.
I see. Don't be too hard on yourself. Anyone would have been hard-pressed to deal with such a thing. Oh, welcome back. My apologies for failing to notice your return. I gather you've had your fill of speaking with the farmers? Then let us return to Mahusa. Well, what are your impressions of the farm?
I was amazed that everyone loves their work.
A curious observation. Do you not love your own work? Oh, but I jest. It's true that the people at the outskirts seem the most fulfilled. Always, they take their duties with good cheer. And what did you think of our little tour, Lamati?
What did you call me?
Was that inappropriate? My apologies. I heard the others call you by that name, and I thought...
No, it's fine. As you said before, we've no need for titles and formalities. No, that was weird and kind of cringe. You should not have given her permission for that. As for my thoughts, I was very impressed. That machines could be used to overcome so harsh an environment is amazing. I've never seen anything like it. The feeling is understandable. Indeed, many still find the machinery behind me baffling. It's a system that controls the distribution of water for the fields and livestock. It's been acting up lately, though.
Acting up, you say?
You needn't worry, my queen. It happens fairly often. Put simply, it's taken in water that had a strong lightning charge. We think some creatures have become charged up with the energy, and they're releasing it into the river we use as a source. The system would return to normal if the creatures were dealt with, but I'm reluctant to beg it of the army. Oh, that's convenient. We could take care of it if you'd like.
That is most gracious of you to offer, but it's much too dangerous.
Oh, it's no trouble for the vow of resolve of Tuliolal. Regardless of how the relationship between our nations may develop, if there are people in need, I want to help. Simple as. And Magical Girl is even stronger than I am. It didn't take us long at all. I forgot that I was just going to get referred to as Magical Girl the whole time I did this.
Then very well, I gratefully accept. But please, take all care.
This ought to go even faster if you and I search for lightning charged fiends on our own. Good hunting. Oh, thanks. You have the worst ideas. I mean, she's right, but like... Oh, there's... did I just miss that there was straight up a river here the entire time? It's not a very big one, is it? The amount of water they must need. Oh! Oh! I made a mistake. Ah, fuck. Why was I allowed to continue this quest on the class that I, oh god. Yeah, half of my attacks are missing. That's great. No thank you. To be clear, I'm level 92 on this class. Okay, that's fuck. It's dead. Sorry, 93. We did level up after that raid. I didn't realize. This is a level 97, 98 quest. If you'll excuse me briefly for a moment there. Wrong one. There we go. Why? What's wrong with you? Glamours could not be restored. What do you mean glamours could not be restored? Oh, fuck. I don't have a glam on this headpiece, so when I switch to... wait, but how did it get glammed? Fuck, how did you get glammed? God damn it. Should be fine. Anyway. But yes, let's do this with a class that isn't going to get immediately clapped by anything that looks at it sideways. To be fair, Reaper did succeed, but... I felt fear. Briefly. What the hell are you linked to on Reaper? The fucking Crest of Time? What do you mean you resisted the stun? Fuck off. Can I use this without a target? No, that's tragic. It's the new massive fuck off axe that they gave Warrior. It looks so good, but I don't have any target I can use it on yet. When did you change your name? Yesterday. Actually, I think I have Picto. Yeah, Picto's 100. There we go. For, reasons. It still kind of fits with the Warrior Glam, but that's less Magical Girl and more Witcher accurate.
Ah, you're both alright, thank goodness.
You really needn't have worried so much. We barely broke a sweat dealing with the fiends. They're all gone now.
Of course I was worried. You're my dear guests. But thank you. We truly appreciate this.
You crash landed on our fucking, or well, on her continent. Indeed. With this, we won't have to ask Zeralja's machines for help. He's been making a concerted effort to bolster his forces, sparing but a fraction for the people's protection. He thinks nothing of our safety, unlike Queen Sveen.
That's enough, Mahusa. If you have grievances, I will hear them later, but to speak of the king now...
No, she's right. He's never been one to look after his people. Anyway, thanks for letting us tour the farm. The folk here are delightful, and it was a pleasure to meet them.
You couldn't have favored us with more uplifting words. My people are my pride and joy. And you never fail to let us know, nor how much you care. Of course, you're my precious family, all of you. You seem a good sort, Sphene, that I'll admit. But you'll forgive me if I'm not ready to lower my guard for the enemy queen just yet. For you to be called that, I dread to imagine what villainy your majesty has committed. Come now, this is no laughing matter. A ruler is responsible for the welfare of countless lives, and one wrong decision can lead to untold suffering. Failure is unconscionable. Now, I believe we're done with the farm. Let's move on, shall we? Yeah, that wasn't a suspicious sentence at all. I wonder how big the robot she's going to unleash on us is. Or is she just going to be there buffing Zeralja? Imagine if you had to drag all your outfits around in a suitcase. Fortunately, with the power of magic, I don't. And I'd like it to stay that way. Holy shit, my inventory's full enough. Perhaps we should head back to the outskirts? I dare say your friends will also have returned by now. I don't remember what they were doing. My thanks again for dealing with the fiends. Come and visit us anytime. Right, can I just TP for cheap? No, it's not worth it. I feel like I could have been cutscene TP'd over here, but alright. Do you hear that? No. No, I don't. I want those trees as a housing item.
What's happening over there?
It's nearly time.
That's concerning. Do you have a horse mount? I have a few. You're right, I should switch those.
I'm glad you could make it. Are you with us?
Queen Sphene has come to see you. We're here, Namika. Everything is going to be all right.
Oh, whoa.
What's the matter, dear?
It can't be. That's the bangle I gave to Namika.
You know her?
Of course I know her. She was like a mother to me.
I see. She was always willing to lend a kindly ear to others, but rarely did she ever speak of herself.
Is it really you?
She must have arrived shortly before the barrier manifested. For us, it was perhaps days, but for her...
Namika, it's me! Wuklamat!
I'm afraid her time with us is nearly at an end. Has she no more soul cells?
She always used hers sparingly, but at her age, it wouldn't make a difference.
Ma'am, the ushers have arrived.
Thank you, Namika, for your many years of friendship. Take comfort in the knowledge that this is not the end. Be not afraid. Your memory will live on, in us.
Living on in memory. The giants share a similar belief. Wait, where are you taking her?
Worry not. She is being escorted to a medical facility in the tower. There we will ease her burden. I had hoped to make arrangements for her sooner, but she wished to remain here for as long as possible. I could not bring myself to refuse her.
Is there any way I might stay with her for a little while longer? We may not share the same blood, but she was my mother. Please.
Let us give them some time alone.
She didn't speak, but I'm grateful that I could be with her at the end. Thank you.
It's not the end.
Huh?
Oh, nothing. I was just thinking that we have much to discuss. Where shall we begin?
That's alarming.
With what we can be reasonably certain of, perhaps. Between what we have witnessed and the testimony of Alexandria's inhabitants, it's safe to say that two distinct lands have indeed become one. What's more, having met Namika, there is no denying the divergence in the passage of time. Taken together, these phenomena strongly suggest that some manner of cross-rift displacement has occurred. Specifically, the displacement of Alexandria from another reflection to the source.
It does seem the most likely explanation.
What perplexes me, however, is the scale of said displacement. It far exceeds what could conceivably be achieved with a void gate, or even with the Crystal Tower. In essence, we are dealing with a localized instance of dimensional compression. The Ascians would no doubt liken it to a rejoining. Which invites the question, how was such a feat accomplished?
I wish that I had an answer for you, but this talk of reflections and dimensions is well beyond my understanding. I can only tell you that we lived peacefully under the barrier's protection for many, many years, until the day that peace was suddenly broken.
If I may clarify, the barrier predates Alexandria's displacement.
By several hundred years, yes. To when the continent we call home was ravaged by a devastating cataclysm. The barrier was erected to isolate us from the surrounding land's noxious influence.
I see. And it was only later that it was whisked away, along with its contents, by means unknown.
In other words, Sphene's as lost as the rest of us, right? The Alexandrians didn't mean to end up in Tural.
But of course, our next stop ought to be Everkeep. That tower over yonder. Once you have been registered as my guests, you will have access to Solution 9 and its residential district, where you will doubtless gain invaluable insight into Alexandria's state of affairs.
Weird silences. Don't fill me with confidence.
Unfortunately, I cannot take you directly to where Zoralja resides.
That you'd let us in it all goes a long way toward proving you're not content to let Zoralja do as he pleases. But we're not talking about a simple difference of opinion here. I've come to avenge my father. And to do so, I intend to take Zoralja's life. Are you willing to stand by and allow Alexandria's king to be slain?
A fair question. Permit me to answer it thus. My people come first. Their welfare is paramount. I will do everything in my power to keep them from harm. It is a ruler's duty. Now, I am off to register you at Everkeep. It may take some time, but you shall find the entrance open to you in due course. Oh, and ere I forget, your mother, Kafkiwa, you might try the Thunder Yards to the east.
The Thunder Yards? Is that where she is?
I'm afraid I can say no more than that. Make for the Thunder Yards, and all will be made clear.
Well, why not? It's a yes or no question.
It's not as if we have other pressing business. Not until we can get into this Everkeep anyway. Thank you for earlier. And for being a friend to Namika these past 30 years. It means a lot to me.
Namika? I'm sorry, but I don't know who you mean.
Ah, that's not worrying at all.
What? We were just with her. If this is some sort of a joke, it isn't funny.
I don't mean to give offense, but I honestly have no idea who you are talking about. I'm sorry.
How can you not know who she is? You're in charge here. She was under your care.
Then in all likelihood, my memories of her have been stored in the cloud.
Oh, cool. Haven't seen that done before.
Any person seemingly forgotten without reason is probably there, in the cloud. Oh, I really must be getting back to work. If you'll excuse me.
No, we need a little bit more info on that one. Thank you. Oh, he literally meant the cloud. It's a quite literal. Okay. And we should probably bring up the point that Sphene does not have one of those little headpieces. Because of course she doesn't. Why would you make the queen programmable? They remind me of the headpieces from Sumeru in Genshin, but also from the game Remember Me. Which... Did they have headpieces in that? I think they had headpieces in that. But the idea of, like, deleting memories you don't want is very Remember Me. Well, okay, to be fair, it's very many things. It's not, like, doesn't belong to one side or another, but one group or another. But I should play that again. That was good. Google at it again, doesn't fucking surprise me. What horrors are they not at? What's going on? How could Popone suddenly forget about Namika? It's as if he never knew her. Could the same thing have happened to the others as well, I wonder? There's only one way to find out. Let's make inquiries about Namika in the area. We can reconvene afterwards at the Aetheryte. Emmett Salk really said to remember us, remember we once lived. For the next people we meet to be like, forget us. Forget we once lived. No, to be fair, the Yokui were in the middle. And they were very big on the remembering. So they at least left it like 2 people. You're the guy whose card I already have. Am I going in here? No. I don't remember where the... was it this building up there? The stairs look correct. An old woman named Namika? I'm afraid I don't know that person. I'm sorry I couldn't be of help. It's also weird that, like, they all seem to know each other right up until they've forgotten someone, and then they're not worried about not knowing someone, which is fucking creepy. I do recall caring for someone until recently. And you say that it was a woman named Namika? While I can't say for certain if it was her, I wouldn't worry. I'm sure she's just been taken up to the cloud. Well, that looks creepily like the things from the fucking... Was it Tower of Babel? One of the fucking Endwalker places. No, Etherochemical Research Lab. This is one of the enemy spawners. People just be getting old OG Death Troopered? I don't know what that means. This is something I'm unfamiliar with. What's that? Do I know a Namika? Never met anyone by that name, and I've worked at the outskirts for a good while now. If she spent time here, I'd remember. So, they know that memories just get taken up to the cloud. So if someone gets completely forgotten, they go up to the cloud. But no one's fucking concerned about this. And if you go asking for someone that they don't recognize, it's just like, no, I never met her. And not, oh, she's probably in the cloud. Well, 50-50 odds on that one, actually. 2 people said that she was probably in the cloud. 2 were just like, I don't fucking know. The more cyberpunk style stuff I play, the less enamored I am with the concept. I wasn't that enamored to start with. Although I think that's usually the point of cyberpunk stuff, to be fair. So it was the same for everyone. Not a single person remembers Namika. It's as if the memory of her has been purged from their minds. Well, such a thing might be done with magic. To alter the memories of so many at once would be a tremendous undertaking. We would have felt a surge of ether corresponding to the act, too, and I sensed none of that in the moment. None in that moment. Neither did I, but I did notice something else. Right before Popone seemingly forgot, a light in the device on his head began to blink. Could there be a connection? Someone also said something about soul cells. But who might we ask about this? If we continued making such inquiries, I expect we would only cause confusion. Indeed, if we can't readily solve the mystery about Namika, perhaps we could search for Kafkawa instead.
Sveen said to try the Thunder Yards. It should be in this direction. Okay, nobody put any weird technological devices on your head. Impossible! Why am I being observed by a robot? Hmm? Another kind of mechanical soldier? It looks dangerous. We'd better destroy it. It's a fucking orb, Wooklamat. Ah! Actually, it looks like Drippy. Should we give chase? I think it understood our words. It might be worth asking it some questions. Erenville? Are you alright? You look like you've seen a ghost. It's nothing. I'm fine. Well, it went off in the direction we're headed anyway, so let's try to track it down. Uh-huh. You're fine, Erenville. You definitely don't look like you're shitting yourself. Where am I going? Wait, where am I going? This way. In Star Wars, old clones... Hold on. Old clones to be turned into cyborgs have most of the memory wiped and put into fancy mech suits. Yeah, it's not like... Yeah, it's a pretty, I think, common kind of concept to happen. As soon as you get into memory wiping, you get into immediate and obvious abuses of that ability. I'm sure there's a couple of minions that will do this. And those are all people. Those are mostly people. Odin, maybe. Keep it in mind. Although, I could use a bird. I could use a horse. I could use a bird. Oh yeah. There we go. Got bored of its normal life, wandered off. There we go. We've got Jaskier. I don't know how to pronounce that. I've never seen it fucking... I've never heard it said. Alright, we've got Dandelion anyway. Where's the horses? Do you have a horse called Roach? No. We have many horses. None of them are named Roach. Where are the horses? Got a unicorn, which I feel like Geralt would turn his nose up at because it's just gonna fucking stab you. Got a Pegasus. Got a Kirin. Then we've got a series of color-coded but otherwise identical horses. Roach is usually brown, right? Disappointment is immeasurable. My disappointment is immeasurable and my day is ruined. You'll be fine. The thing is, we also just we also do not have just a completely normal horse. At all. We have a chocobo that you can name, which is the horse replacement. But there's no just like basic bitch horse. Funnily enough, Sleipnir might be the fucking closest. No. Okay, Granny has like 6 legs. That doesn't count. No, Arian has 6 legs. Orion. Roach is brown and often on rooftops. Yeah, roaches are impressive. You know what? An armored horse for a witcher. There's also the motto horses, but they come in gold, white, and black. Which is distinctly not brown. Oh, of course, I'm forgetting about the magical girl aspect, though.
I hate that head, the way they've done the head on that so much. It looks so, like, I know it's kind of accurate for if it had armor on, but it looks so fucking incorrect. Unicorn for sex. Wait, was that a unicorn or a Pegasus? You're right, but I can't remember if it was a unicorn or a Pegasus. I'm pretty sure it was a unicorn. There we go. Unicorn? Okay, brilliant. Oh yeah, of course, the wings would make having sex on it even more difficult. Alas, this unicorn cannot cast spells. It does not have any, like, additional abilities that some of the mounts do. But it's also one of the easiest to get mounts in the game. All you have to do is level Conjurer to level 30 and do a quest. Although I suppose the easiness of that probably depends on how much you like healing, but you don't have to do it through that. You can cheese it through PvP like the rest of us. You found it? I think it found me. To the northeast. Then it must be bound for the mines. Come on then. It could well be a trap, so let's not rush in too quickly. We're an incredibly suspicious group. I'm very proud of us, considering the amount of times we've been ambushed, trapped, betrayed, bamboozled. Although I'm thinking of the one from fucking Endwalker where I got kidnapped and like that wouldn't have even have helped us. Like I had no amount of suspicion and preparation would have helped us because the bitch teleported in. And do you remember My Little Pony and Witcher 4 panel comic? That's... Yeah, that makes sense. Geralt is 100% a horse girl, so... I heard faint voices coming from inside. So it's not alone. But we're still going in, of course. This may be a trap. Be ready for a fight, everyone. I'm always ready for a fight. It's like 90% of what I do. And the word, if you two try and fuck on me, I'll stab you. There will be no fucking on the unicorn. Thank you very much. I don't mean to be rude, but this cave system looks very familiar. I'm sure it's just a coincidence. I say, like a liar. And I can hear them. Several people up ahead. I can't make out the conversation with the echoing. Let's keep going. Stay on your guard.
What is this?
Erenville!
Oh, bandits.
A trap?
Erenville, is your mother running a section of bandits?
Huh?
Who?
I just had to get a look at you in the light. And I can still hardly believe my eyes. But it is you, my darling Elderspiel.
My darling, what now?
Your mother is rounder than I was anticipating.
Oh, it's so good to see you, my fussy little bun bun. But what are you doing here? What brings you all this way?
Excuse me? Fussy little bun bun?
Why the long face? Aren't you happy to see me after all this time?
I'd know that laugh anywhere. Mother?
It took you that far? New name? No, that's his old name. He was specifically switched to Erenville. But that seems to have been more recent. Mascot for a knockoff Twitch.
Wait. Since when was your mother a weird floating thing?
And what have we here? Say, aren't you Galul Jaja's kitten? I knew I recognized that adorable fuzzy face. Elenesphere was always so excited whenever you invited him over to play. You remember me, I hope?
I can't say that I do, but you know my father?
Oh, Fussy Little Bun Bun is a new name, that's true. Wooklamant has not put two and two together.
Appearances notwithstanding, it would seem this is my mother, Kafkiwa.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, that's probably the correct thing to tell him.
Oh, this won't do. Come in! Friends of my Elenesphere are always welcome.
All I ask is a little forewarning, but no.
Where the fuck did the rest of them come from?
Just when I thought I was starting to get a handle on this place. How are things still getting stranger?
I think someone should give Erenville, like, a can of Coke or something, because the shock is probably setting in. Hey, your ma's weird. As far as I can tell, this is indeed my mother. I can think of few people in the world quite so spirited. But as to what's happened, we'll need to ask her. Well, yeah, don't keep me in suspense. Wait, I'm getting XP for these. These are main story quests. Fuck. Oh, no, I don't have any other class leveled high enough to take them, though. Oh, you are letting me take this on Dancer, though. Well, let's hear what she has to say. No, sugar is good for shock. I mean, literally a can of Coke. Or allegedly it is, anyway. It's so wonderful to meet you all. And the students of Baldessian. It's been a while since I heard that name. Dare I ask the reason for your appearance? Oh, this? It's just a body I control remotely. I use this for our operations. We're members of a resistance organization. Oblivion, we call ourselves.
and our goal is to thwart Zoralja's ambitions for conquest. As a leader, it's prudent that I remain where I can't be easily found. I see. Whimsical appearances notwithstanding, yours is a serious cause. Right you are. Although, truth be told, Oblivion was founded for an altogether different purpose. And that is... As I expect you've already noticed, everything you see within this dome, the buildings, the people, the very earth beneath our feet, is a fusion of two worlds. Stopping such a fusion was Oblivion's original mission. Then, does that mean you know who or what is responsible for it? I'm afraid not. This was a long time ago, and our mission statement has become more of a legend that's passed down to members. By the time we joined, our sole objective was stopping Zoralja. But we failed to do that, and now he's taken his army outside the dome. And none of these are wearing headpieces either. None of you wear those strange devices on your heads. Does that have something to do with your work? You mean this? It's a regulator, the pinnacle of electro-energy technology, and that we don't wear it is indeed related to our operations. What exactly does it do? Allow me to explain. Regulators have two primary functions. The first, as the name suggests, is the regulation of the wearer's reserve of souls. Should they die, the regulator expends a soul to bring them back to life. Oh, cool, that's not concerning at all. Reserve? You mean people walk around carrying spare souls? They do. Souls are packaged in cells, and they can be used to replenish the life force that is lost due to sudden death, such as in accidents. They do nothing for those who die of old age, though. Distribution of soul cells is based on one's work evaluation, to encourage exemplary performance when fulfilling their duties. Ah, that's not fucked up at all. Souls as a common resource, and payment for services rendered. Ah, she's gonna stab somebody, and I'll be right there with her. The void-sent practice of consuming others for their ether comes to mind. And similarly, I expect that the act comes with some risk. Doesn't it dilute your sense of self? Hydrate? Yes, we will hydrate after this cutscene, I believe. That is prevented through memory management, a process in which regulators also play a role. Memory management? Then the reason everyone has forgotten Namika's existence... The regulators are constantly recording the memories of their wearer, so if they should suddenly die, their memories can be refreshed as part of the restoration process. That is how they preserve one's identity and sense of self. However, the regulators are also triggered when someone else dies. Reason being is that regulators forcibly extract memories relating to the deceased from anyone wearing one. Hey, it's fucked up. Why would they do such a thing? It's a kindness bestowed upon the people by Everkeep's core system, so that no one has to suffer the pain of loss. So this is what is meant by their memories being in the cloud. Indeed. All memories of the deceased are wiped from the minds of the people and archived in the system. It's a frightening function of the regulators, and an integral step in soul cell production. You see, when a person dies of natural causes, their soul is temporarily housed within the regulator. It's then delivered to a facility where memories are separated from the soul. Oh, the Alexandrian life stream must be wretched. The result is a fresh soul cell, free of impurities, ready for distribution and consumption. I appreciate the clarity with which they've opted to make this clear to the player. Like, they have decided you will know exactly how horrifying this is. Because we will give you a step-by-step manual guide to it. Meanwhile, the memories are stored in the core system, to be remembered forever. And this is why people are happy here. On the surface, it's similar to the Yaqui philosophy, but I see nothing noble or comforting in it. Well, it doesn't seem so terrible to me, personally. All comes down to what you're used to, I suppose. Like the barrier encasing Alexandria, this system was created to overcome the calamity that transformed the world hundreds of years ago. Amidst the mounting death toll, scientists used Electrope to devise a means to save what lives they could so that the nation could endure. By wringing them out like wet shirts. I understand the people of Alexandria did what they believed was best to save their people. I just find it hard to believe the Terali would also accept this way of living. It came as a shock to us as well. In fact, a great many were opposed to it. Which is why the use of regulators was never compulsory. The people have always been free to go without them if they so wish. Sphene didn't strike me as the sort of ruler to impose her will on others. Ah, so you've already met. She's the one who suggested we come to the Thunder Yards in the first place. She also said she wants to help us stop Zoralja. Awfully kind of her to point you in my direction, and to speak so candidly as well. Whatever her motives, she's given people a choice. Live with the risk of true death, or the security of the regulators. Everything that lives must someday die. That is the natural order of things. Quite right. But, however you feel about them, it would be easier to understand what the regulators are capable of if you saw it for yourself. We did! I know just the person to show you, and as luck would have it, they should be starting work right about now. Who are we going to see, exactly? Come with me, and you'll find out. What, are we gonna find some guy shoot himself in the head? Like, I can do that. I'm a gunbreaker. I'm not putting one of those things on my head, but I can do it. At least this time, the game with the horrific, like, tech that jacks straight into your brain doesn't make me wear it.
Geode, Nostalgia, Wayakwi. Okay. We've got pretty normal Terali name, and then just concepts. How did you end up here? Or should it be more concerned about you two? Take care not to get struck by lightning out there. One fella reckoned you can dodge him by jumping back the instant there's a flash. That's crazy if you ask me. Fucking... I'm watching you. Think I don't know where that's from. Fucking Final Fantasy X. It's fine, you stick one on your head and you start seeing a guy ranting about the corpse. Don't worry about it. A geode is not a concept. No, but it's like a thing. It's a little... Geode and Nostalgia have more in common than, like, Geode and Wayakwi. That I'm aware of. Maybe it's a Terali word. Firearms make the most sense for people who don't have combat training like us. That's why we salvage as many as we can from the mechanical soldiers and convert them for our use.
Nostalgia is my twin sister. Like most people, we both used to wear regulators, but... well, let's just say a lot happened.
That's not concerning at all. Who the fuck named their kids Wayakwi and Nostalgia? Were they mad at her one day? You did fail geography? Yeah, but you didn't learn about... We didn't learn about geodes in geography. We learned about them in science. It's different. I passed science. Not by a huge amount, but I passed it. H Lord. Yeah. Right. I'm gonna do hydration break. So let me see. Grab some snacks, grab some drinks, get some stretches, and we'll be back in about 15 minutes, unless I get distracted by the smell of food coming from the kitchen and forget to come back. Right, let's go see what the hell Kafka wants to talk to us about. Did I remember to? I did! That makes a nice fucking change. Wait, hold on. Accepted the quest on Dancer. Swap over to Picto, just in case there's combat. Should be alright. No, downstairs at 94. We should be fine. It might hurt a bit. I might have to actually put effort in, but it'll be fine. Everyone here? Good. It is the responsibility of the Thunderyard's hunters to fell any fiends found wandering the area. We're to meet an acquaintance of mine, Strika, one of these hunters. Oh. We're actually gonna watch a guy die. Fun! You guys take me to the best places. I should have done this on the motorbike. I don't know if I can outrun one of these at base speed. Although, also, I should be queuing for something. For the XP. Oh god, a 7-minute queue. I'd level them slower just through the Alliance raids or the MSQ roulette or something, but I need one in every like type level to keep Mentor going, and that's like I think I've said before, that's my primary social unit, so socialization method in the game. So let me see. Are you the one we're gonna watch die? Hopefully not, but maybe. Kafkawa? What are you doing here? And with so many friends? Apologies for the interruptions, but I was hoping they might observe you at work. Hunting, you mean? That's fine, I guess. Hold on. I assumed they were wearing special regulators like Queen's Fiend's crown, but they aren't wearing anything at all. It's much too dangerous to be here without one. What if they're struck by lightning or attacked by beasts? I can assure you, they're all quite capable of looking after themselves. If anything should go amiss, I will take full responsibility. Well, don't say I didn't warn you. Danger aside, there isn't really much to see. Kafkawa said you're a hunter, but wouldn't it be easier for those mechanical soldiers to guard this place? It would, if not for the fact that they're weak to lightning. The Thunderyard being what it is, they've been ordered to steer clear. Some good they are, huh? But these facilities are vital to the upkeeping of Alexandria's infrastructure, so it falls to hunters like me to deal with any fiends. Given the danger, we're well compensated for our work. It's a perfect profession for anyone looking to build up savings. A special selection of souls for hunters isn't terrible either. And I brought this lot here to see this danger you speak of, if it's not too much trouble to ask. Ah, but of course. In which case, it'd be a shame to waste my efforts on just any old beast. You all can handle yourselves in a fight, right? If you cause a ruckus slaying what critters you see nearby, there's a chance you'll draw out something worthy of a demonstration. We just got recruited, didn't we? I'm not sure I understand, but I suppose we should each slay what we can. Maybe we will see How are you doing, Erenville? I'm afraid I must leave the fighting to you. Yeah, don't worry. I'd be more concerned if you fucking didn't, honey. Okay, so the odds of me being the one that dies have just gone up. Let me lower them again. Oh shit. You sense a hostile presence. Yeah, it would have been nice if I'd remembered that that could happen. But, fuck. Yeah, this it is. I don't know what that is. It's a new button I got, so... Oh, never mind, you're fine. Excellent. Freedom, level 100 paladin, nice. Oh, piss, this is a cutscene. Hopefully it isn't the quest concluder. Quick painted funny mustache on it, exactly. Oh, it's a... Catoblepus. Catoblepus. This one will do nicely. Oh, she's a monk. We'll help you. It's fine, really. I've faced worse. Just watch. I don't like the looks of this. Let us help. Oh no! Look out! Arg. 12 preserve. She needs healing. Alice, you are a red mage. Oh shit! Forgot I'm not on Dancer. Okay, this is gonna be longer than 20 seconds, isn't it? Okay. I'll go to an inn and watch it. This is what you get for queuing while doing a story. Well, it's not my fucking fault. I'm trying, bitch. Oh, fuck off. I almost made it. Oh, you bastard. The fucking load time afterwards. God damn it. That is... fuck's sake. I can't even do the next bit on Dancer because of the fucking level thing, even though it let me start the quest. For fuck's sake. Ugh. God damn it. Fine, whatever. That's really fucking annoying. Ugh. I'll have to go back and watch that cutscene. Well, we all have our thoughts on souls. For now, the important thing is that we know what power Zeralja has at his disposal. It's one thing to separate corporeal ether from incorporeal ether, but to strip memories from the soul entirely is unprecedented technology. This is no longer only Tuliyolal's concern. With his newfound power, Zeralja has become a real threat to the entire world. Indeed, he has to be stopped, no matter the cost. Fuck's sake. Why wouldn't you let me... Ooh. That's what I get for dithering. Although I'm just saying, if there had been if the load screen had been a little shorter, we would have made that. I trust you've gained an insight into the use of souls in Alexandria? It's shocking, I know. I was overwhelmed myself at first. I expect you'll need some time to digest it all, but for now, let's head back to Earth and Sky. At this rate... There's something I want to discuss with everyone. Let's take a moment before we head into the tunnel. To the naughty corner with you? I mean, I didn't... In my defense... You know what, we'll do... Okay, we'll go to the fucking inn now. And finish watching that, because I remember the last time I said that I forgot to go back, and I don't remember what quest it was, so... That's very fucking annoying. Where was it? Unending journey. At least this time if the queue pops, it doesn't fucking matter. And now the queue's longer, god damn it. How are you not allowed to queue up for? So what it is if you change class, it won't automatically change your class back. If your queue pops, you have to be on that class to go through. Why does Unit get the naughty Connor? Because I queued for a roulette and then changed class and then went into a story cutscene. The age-old thing that always fucking gets you. I want to see the role waiting list number before we do this cutscene because it might be shorter. Yeah, that's one of the complaints I think a few people have with it is you should be able to click through and it should just change you since you can do it very easily, but I kind of get it and it also kind of infuriates me. Alright, we'll do it now. It should be fine. If it's not, I mean, we got the point. She spends a soul and resurrects, which is deeply disconcerting and slightly alarming. And probably wildly unethical. I mean, it certainly feels wildly unethical. Yes. Wasn't the other cutscene with Wooklamat and her real dad or mom? Yes, I don't know what quest it was though, so to go back and get it, I would have to dig through them all, and I'm gonna be honest, I can't be arsed. It's on YouTube somewhere, I'm sure. I feel like this was self-inflicted. Like, how do you... Like, did you do that on purpose, just to make a point? I know she said she's embarrassed the bastard got the jump on her, but... Skill issue, exactly. I'm not allowed to say that, I've been hit by too many cleaves. Oh, but she does have the good ponytail. Like, that's one of the best ponytails in the game. That was embarrassing. The bastard caught me off guard. Are you mad? Seriously, let us help. I told you not to worry. This'll only take a moment. Oh, that's normal and not concerning at all. The boar's still there looking like Mr. Bean? What? This is the, what I've seen from spoilers, that she just did looks a lot like the Oversoul program from, was it the Shadowbringer Trials? The ruby weapon and stuff. Yeah, it was Shadowbringers. Just like Zoralja. Come on, let's get out of here. That's also a function of the regulator? Although obviously it didn't eat her the way the Oversoul or what was it called in fucking the weapons? I did one of them recently. I think it was Oversoul. But of course, because I've been playing Cyberpunk, I'm also thinking Soul Killer. I think I understand now how Zoralja was able to return from the dead and defeat Papa, but I'm not sure what we saw at the end there. As soon as the regulator turned red, it was as if you were possessed. Your movements became beast-like.
Don't tell me, you empowered yourself with the soul of a beast? I'm reminded of the serpentine soldier we encountered at Vanguard who did the same. So you've crossed paths with one of the king's elite. Such a form can only be achieved from gorging yourself on souls. We could do the same, in theory, but it's incredibly dangerous. Besides, it's not as if they'd allow hunters to carry that many souls to begin with. Well, I should be getting back to work. Take care. Ah, that's gorging yourself on souls is a great sentence that I definitely want to hear. Ever again. Oversouls the weapon's power-up thingy. Excellent, thank you. And there you have it. Regulators can be loaded with two kinds of souls. Those of people and those of beasts. The souls of people can be used to grant the user preternatural strength. Naturally, they can also be used to ensure no one suffers an untimely death. And what about the souls of beasts? They work in much in the same fashion, imbuing you the strength of the chosen animal. If, for example, you use the soul of a wolf, you would grow more agile and feral, as you saw with Striker. Using several of the same type at once, however, would result in physical changes. Your teeth might become fangs, your nails, claws. Too many, and you'll become more beast than man. Changing one's form through the souls of other beings, it becomes more and more reminiscent of Void Scent. Yet, unlike the Void, where the cycle of death and rebirth is simply broken, souls here are forcibly taken before they might reach the ethereal sea. Different means to achieve similar ends. A cycle to which all within the dome are bound. This is wrong. This is all wrong. It is indeed hard to accept, being so far removed from our own beliefs. Perhaps more shocking is that the technology to achieve all this was developed hundreds of years ago. The civilizations in the reflections are surprising indeed. Oh, reflections with advanced technology. I smell Asian's involvement again. I think the last time I heard the word gorging was Xenos gorging on the remains of Crystal Mom. Yeah, that sounds about right. For what I remember. Outskirts, thank you. I really should use the motorbike until I unlock flying here, but did I ever go back and unlock flying in any of the other areas? Because I don't think I, like Shaloni, I don't think I fucking did. God damn it, where is it? Travel. I didn't. Oh, we've also got another place to go, I wonder. Where art thou? Damn it. Ah, ha, ha, yes, didn't get caught out this time. Asias? In my Final Fantasy XIV? It's more likely than you think. Anger Taxi is available for Ether cards at request. I can't do that. I remember you and your fucking Endwalker Ether cards. Did you ever finish those? Or was it Shadowbringers? Right, what the fuck are... Oh. Alright, well, it's not the end of the world. Taxi in this economy, exactly.
Of course, my guy's the one standing 6 miles out, so I can't get a decent use out of, Curing Waltz. Oh well, whatever, we'll do it here anyway. That's what I get for partnering the fucking casters. I have not touched grass. 2 out of 3 in most zones for the fates. Yeah, that does speak to a fatal lack of grass. I'm going to have to prescribe you 1 outside. God damn it, are you full again? Never mind. I take back any complaint I had about this Picto. It is feeding me so much bar. Whatever it's called. I'm like 90% sure Leviathan becomes untargetable at some point. Oh, that was the wrong button. The outside naughty corner. Exactly. I had to go out there yesterday. I have not sinned enough to need it again. That was you. Fuck. And there goes the drift. God damn it. Every fucking time. I shall never know peace. Alright, maybe Levy doesn't become untargetable. I'm eating on the clock. Don't worry about it. I need that XP buff. Oh, fuck off, really? Soon as I fucking say it. Hey, even Levy can't finish their, like, start rotation. Or their... not rotation. What is it called when it's a boss? Set? I don't know. Like, it's a rotation, but 4 bosses. I actually don't know what it's called, which is, if nothing else, kind of embarrassing. Oh, it's cake for this one. Now, I happen to know for a fact that Everkeep is the name of one of the dungeons. I say that with great confidence. I happen to be confidently sure that Everkeep is one of the dungeons. So presumably something's going to happen. A rotation? I mean, not far off, probably. I'm sorry for delaying us, but I have some thoughts I need to share. In both technology and values, it's plain there's a wide gulf between Tuliolal and Alexandria. And while Zoralja knows everything about us, we hardly know anything about what he's become. Indeed, we haven't even seen what lies within that enormous tower, Everkeep. So here I'd like to make a proposal. That is, we work with Kafkia and her people. We need to learn as much as we can about the enemy. The quickest way would be to join hands with Oblivion. We've only just met them, I know, and we shouldn't be too quick to trust, but the fact remains that they share our desire to stop Zoralja. Sphene, too, claims to be at odds with the King of Resolve. May I ask why you would cooperate with Oblivion instead? It's simple, really. Their leader is Erenville's mother. Meanwhile, whatever Sphene may feel, she's a ruler of this nation. There's a greater risk in working with her, and less reason to take her at her word. I'm so proud of Bouklemat! She's come so far! A fair point. And knowing Zoralja, we must assume that his arrangement with Sphene was not made without some consideration. All I know is that it would be heartening to have allies in this strange realm. I think everyone can agree that any help we can get would be welcome. Hold on. There's no guarantee that it's actually my mother behind the machine. Without seeing her in the flesh, we can't rule out the possibility of a ploy. If it turns out to be a trap, we endanger not only ourselves, but everyone in Tuliolal. As you say, we have no proof that it really is Kafkua. But I make my proposal in full awareness of this. Whether we're going to war or striving for peace, we need to learn as much as we can. Otherwise, we can't hope to do anything meaningful. As it stands, we know too little about this realm. We need to remedy that. We need to study the enemy, and when the time comes, strike down Zoralja for good and all. What's more, I trust you, Erenville. You've always had great instincts, honed from your time training under your mother. What if I'm wrong? What if sentiment is clouding my judgment? I trust you as well. That's always the way of it with you. Hey! Fine, if you're set on this, then I'll say no more. I have great people-trusting skills. I mean, Xenos is my best friend. That worked out fine. It's simple, really. Sphene is sus. Exactly. I mean, obviously, she's a little blatant about it. I give it like 2 X-Packs till Erenville has a gun. Yeah, I think we should give him a gun. Or, I think it would be extremely funny if he just shows up in like 9.0 or whatever, and suddenly he just does magic now. Or he's a fucking Reaper or something. It's like, how did you learn how to do that? It's like, I have no fucking... Don't ask questions. Let's go. Oh, shit. I'm pretty sure what she said was, that's settled. Let's head inside and find ourselves some new allies. I wasn't paying attention. I know Geralt's a horse girl, but we really need to, until I get the flight point unlocked, I can't be doing this fucking slow-moving mount shit. It kills me inside. Kafkua, there's something I need to tell you and your people. We came here for no other reason than to strike down Zoralja. But I thought he was your brother. Do you really mean to kill your own kin?
My kin invaded our nation and murdered our people. As vow of resolve, it falls to me to bring him to account. I am prepared to do what I must, and I won't hesitate when the time comes. Like us, you and yours oppose Zoralja. In light of this, I propose that we work together to stop him once and for all. I realize this is sudden, that it's a gamble to trust someone you've only just met. But I trust in the conviction of anyone who shares my goal. So fight with me, I beg you. As you say, our goals align, and I don't doubt your resolve in the least. If you hadn't proposed working together, I would have done so instead. Truth be told, it's been tough going it alone. While we've gathered ample intelligence, we don't have the strength to take decisive action. Besides, how could we not trust you? My only son is with you. My fussy little bun-bun. He's all the reason I need. You gonna play Witcher 3 on stream? Yes. I don't know when, because I need to finish 1 and 2. But we will, eventually. Fucking snap cut to a decade later. Aren't they doing a remaster of it? I'm kind of tempted to keep it for that. But I don't know if my saves will carry over. And I demand my perfect world state that I put a lot of work into. Because I made it like a quarter the way through that game the first time I played it, only to find out that I'd loaded the wrong save when I started. I'd loaded the manual save I'd made before speaking to Letho, and his default state is dead. So when I found that out, I was deeply unhappy, and I went back and did the entire fucking thing again, with the correct save this time. Sorry, Kafka, you're speaking. Then it's decided. Here's to a fruitful collaboration. Thank you, Kafka, everyone. Together, we'll achieve great things, I'm sure of it. Then let's not waste any time. We've been wondering about Zoralja's whereabouts. Is there a palace inside that tower? After a fashion. The king resides on the uppermost level. But while Queen Sveen has a penchant for going out in public, he seldom shows himself. What's more, his movements are highly classified. Not even his commanders are privy to that information. If anyone knows where he is at any given time, it could only be the Queen. Even if we don't know his whereabouts, Zoralja will eventually march on Tuliolal again. That's when we can go after him. The drawback is, we'd have to wait for the invasion to happen. Innocents would be put in harm's way. There's also the possibility that he'll leave everything to his minions and not command the army in person. Next gen update, but no remaster news. Oh, they're remastering 1, I think. But yeah, so I need to get through 1 before, and then 2. The problem is 1 crashes if I play it for more, if I look at it funny. So it's been slow going, but I think I made it to Vizima, which is further than I thought. What I really need to do is, so I've seen a few sources say that the decisions from 1 don't really carry over to 2. Not majorly. Or to 3, I mean. It's mostly the decisions from 2 that carry to 3. So I would be willing to start a playthrough of 2 and use the, like the thing at the beginning to set it up. As long as it doesn't impact my story choices for 2 in a major way. But I can't get enough info on it. It's like scattered bits here and there on suspicious websites like Game Rant and shit. So I do want to look a bit more into it, because the crashing for 1 has gotten somewhat dire. Sorry, Wooklamat. No, he'll take the field. What makes you so certain? My brother has always yearned to surpass our father. That's why he attacked Tuliolal. After waiting for 30 years, the first thing he wanted to do was demonstrate his newfound strength. But killing Papa didn't satisfy him. So now he's bent on proving himself stronger than me and Kona, who bested him in the right of succession. He challenged me to strike him down.
He wants a duel to show everyone that he's superior to the Dawn Servant, and he won't let his minions deprive him of the pleasure. Then why hasn't he appeared and given you your chance? Surely he's aware of our presence here. At that, I can only guess. Perhaps he wants to dazzle us with his wondrous realm, but if he won't deign to appear, then we'll force him to do so. Even as we gather intelligence, we make no move to attack. Show absolutely no interest in a confrontation. Knowing him, he'll tire of waiting and turn his attention to Kona instead. He'll attack Tuliolal again, like he said he would. I see. If you believe this is the best approach, then we have no objections. Any campaign against Tuliolal requires that Zoralja lead his forces through Vanguard. We'll have lookouts keep an eye on it day and night. Such a strategy is certainly viable. If we're proceeding with it, though, we should warn those outside. Indeed, they'll need time to prepare their defenses. I should be glad to coordinate our efforts. I'm already in regular contact with Y'shtola, and we'll make sure to keep our comrades apprised of developments. You can leave Vanguard to us. We'll send word at the first sign of movement. It seems we have a plan. While we wait for Zoralja to move, you do well to prepare for battle, and it begins with familiarizing yourselves with the technology that empowers him. To that end, I'll show you to Oblivion's main headquarters. Oh? I thought this place was it. You'll be impressed to know that we're located right inside that tower, in the residential district of Solution 9. Hiding the tree in the forest, as it were. The only question is how to get you through the checkpoint. About that, Sveen said that she'd make it so we could enter without issue. She did. Curious. She's not supposed to have such authority over the sentries. If I recall correctly, her words were that she would register us as guests. I see. Perhaps we're in the clear then. When you're ready, come and meet me at the tower entrance. Before you head out, give us a moment to introduce ourselves properly, eh? After all, names are good to know when working together.
Nice to meet you.
If Kafkawa trusts you, then so do we. While Oblivion has operatives all over, we're the main crew here. I'm Geode, the leader of this hideout. And the dependable young twins behind me are Nostalgia and Wayakwi. I'm Nostalgia. It's a pleasure to meet you. My sister and I were born and raised inside the barrier. We've been with Oblivion for 3 years, and our main duties are surveillance and provisioning. Twins, eh? That explains the resemblance. Wayakwi is a Tanawatan name, unless I'm mistaken. That's right. Our mother is Tuliolal, Tuliolalan, and our father is Alexandrian. They both wanted to honor both cultures.
They're beautiful names. Thank you. Though I have no memories of my mother, I like to think I carry a part of her with me.
So, what made you decide to join Oblivion? We wanted to avenge our father. Ambrose was his name, and years ago he was taken away after a scuffle with a soldier over a disagreement. It was a minor incident, so at first we clung to the hope that he'd be released, but when months went by with no word from or about him, we made the decision to remove our regulators. We'd already lost the memories of our mother. We didn't want to lose those of our father as well. They've all forgotten about him now. Everyone who had known him. That bastard. Even here, he thinks nothing of his own people. Sometime later, we were approached by a member of Oblivion. Hoping to get justice for our father, we joined the Order.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to darken the mood. No, I appreciate you sharing this. Together we'll avenge your father. Thank you. Something tells me you have what it takes. You introduce yourself too. Go on. It's pretty much the same story for me. And while mine is a Tanawatan name, I haven't the faintest how things are outside the barrier. It's my dream to go and see it with our own eyes. Our mother's homeland. Once peace is restored, you must come and visit. The wilds are beautiful, the food delicious, and everyone's so nice. You'll love it. And that's us here. You'll meet others in the back room. That's our headquarters. Some of them are a little eccentric, but they have good hearts, all. Alenspia, one last thing. It isn't exactly my place to say this, but thank you for seeking out Kafkua. Wow, why do I trip that one? She talks about you so much, it's clear how important you are to her.
Been saying it right for like 2 hours. Trip at the final hurdle. Rude.
That's all. Be good to your mother while you still can, eh? Well, we'll let you go now. Feel free to use this hideout as you like.
It's a fucking bold sentence. Witcher 1 remake looks like it might come out in 2026. Yeah, never mind. I'll just keep plowing through the one I'm playing.
Meanwhile, in Everkeep.
Are all of those lights souls?
You've been consulting with Wook Lamont.
No matter. I do not know what you are scheming. But when your realm lay on the brink, you were powerless. You had no choice but to turn to me. Whatever sentiment you may feel for her, it is my power you require. Is it not?
Perhaps. And yet, knowing the love that Wook Lamont bears for her people, how she regards them all as kin, I cannot help but wish to spare her the same pain I have suffered. What's more, her friends possess new knowledge. Were we to work together, we might find another path. I know you're loath to consider it, but is there no hope for peace with Juliano? What we've already done may be unforgivable, but it needn't continue. You needn't kill your brother and sister.
I slew my only flesh and blood. Yet you attempt to sway me with an appeal to family. The memory of my father's final moments still fills me with disappointment. Age came for him before I did. For long years, I sought to prove the miracle. And weak as he was, defeating him achieved nothing. To kill them is my only recourse. Wook Lamont and Kona, who bested him as he was in his prime.
They are still your siblings, even if not by blood. That such bonds should mean so little to you.
I am bound to no one. Serve none save myself. I made that clear when first you spoke to me in the Golden City. Remember, I can easily kill your beloved family. If you would protect them, cast aside any foolish notions. Your wisdom and abilities are valuable insofar as our goals align. So think well before you act, Queen of Reason. Uklamat, if you are father's worthy successor, then you will find your way to me. But should you fall short, I will lay waste to Tuli Yolal.
What now?
To be clear, there's no way in hell all of those are random wolves and the locals that died, is there? They've been suctioning up Tuliolal citizens as well, the weirdos. See if we can get to the city before we stop. Right, Kafka is waiting. Let's head to the tower. I assume we're going to the outskirts. Yeah. Why the fuck do these paprika Pringles taste like prawn? Well, that's mildly disconcerting. Why is there so much defective shit out here as well? Turrets, soldiers, sentries. Ooh, we've got this great place that you can come hang out. Shit, everything's broken. Ah, there you are. If Queen Sphene has registered you as guests, you should be able to march right in. And if she hasn't, then you may have a swarm of Zeralja's minions to deal with. Nothing for it but to see if Sphene has betrayed us, eh? Yippee. Thank you for your diligent service, friends. My companions and I would like to pass, if you'd be so kind. Outrunner Guide Unit identified. Registration number verified. 6 accompanying civilians identified. Verifying credentials. Credentials verified. Welcome, guests of Queen Sphene. Oh, sweet. What a relief. I assume our credentials get, changed at some point then. And there you have it. It seems the Queen was true to her word. Follow me, everyone. Solution 9 awaits. So what do we think? Did solutions 1 through 8 fail for whatever calamity they were experiencing? Or were they just separated? This absolutely is extremely cyberpunk. Oh god, yeah, she's never seen an ad that can change like that before.
Everkeep. A tower of electrope piercing a perpetual shroud of storm clouds. Occupying the 9th level of this 12-tiered structure is a residential district called Solution 9. In so naming their home, what hopes did its founders harbor for it? And did it prove the answer they sought?
Beat you to it.
Spectacular, isn't it? There are more districts throughout the tower, including industrial ones, but Solution 9 is the largest.
Just being here makes my head spin.
Perfectly natural reaction. A city of shimmering electro, replete with strange technologies that cater to every conceivable need. We never dreamed the light back home in Tuliolo. Now, while I go and explain the situation to those in the back room, why not take a moment to explore? I believe lived experiences are far more educational than dry explanations. And you want to know more about Sphene and Zoralja's dominion, do you not?
You had me at explore. I know we're trying to prevent a war, but a girl's got priorities.
I had a feeling you'd be keen.
I am not subtle.
Just to confirm, while we have been allowed inside, are we also permitted to roam?
Absolutely. As Sphene's registered guest, you'll find you're exempt from the sentry scrutiny. The elevator to the uppermost level. I wouldn't go near that. But other areas should be fine provided you act like you belong.
All right then, we'll show ourselves around.
Yes. Familiarizing ourselves with the technology here will help us prepare for the battles to come.
We all heard the way you said yes. You don't have to pretend it's because you need to swat up.
Try not to enjoy yourselves too much, or you're liable to attract attention.
Once you've explored to your satisfaction, come to the entrance to True View in the eastern sector. The way from there is a little complicated, so I'll send someone to guide you.
Understood. We'll see you later.
Still no clothes shopping? There's
I shall speak with the residents. Perhaps one of them will recognize the earring.
there is unlikely to be any clothes shopping. The good shit's usually in dungeons, so clothes shopping is just a way of phrasing it as we beat it out of them. Behold right out in the next cutscene. Oh, dripped. I gotcha. Thought you meant we're gonna turn him into a raisin.
What's with this place? How can this all be the inside of a tower?
So, what aren't you telling me? Where are you?
That I can't reveal yet. Precautions, you understand. Just know that I'm safe. But come, tell me about your adventurer friend. You seem to have a great deal of faith in her.
Much to my detriment, I have that effect on people.
You must have been through a lot together.
I met him like a month ago.
You might say that. For instance, we found the entrance to the Golden City.
I forgot he was there for Endwalker. Never mind, I met him like 2 months ago.
Wait, what? You did? Eleanor, why didn't you mention this sooner?
Oh, she doesn't know that this is tied to that, does she?
You want to explore together? It's not that I'm scared or anything. Everything is just so different from home is all.
Welcome out, I can hear you sweating. The fucking rabbit ears. Like, you look fine as a mechanical soldier right up to the rabbit ears. Now you're just in kink gear. Oh, you're a fucking rabbit now. Never mind. I was wondering. Oh, they did put rabbit ears on that helmet. What the fuck have they done to the rest of the helmets? What? What could you possibly want from me? And there they go, off into the wilds. Tower's inside a tower. I see it, but I still can't believe it. For now, I say we proceed straight ahead. If we feel like we're getting lost, we can always turn around and go back the way we came. It should be fine, right? The paths are not that scary. That's an ether shard? Fuck off. Scanning port 9. I thought that was a threat for a second. Wait, there's already blue quests here? Oh, that's the hunting, or not the hunting log, the sightseeing log. A crossroads already. This place is too much. I have no idea where I should go. Right, I've made up my mind. Let's head to that building there. Oh, the crafting joint. Okay. Or the market or whatever they've got. The Solution 9, which is the second city, which means it won't have a market board. Much to my fucking distress. I assume that's where the gear is from later. Oh, good lord.
Sphene!
I was worried you might have had trouble at the checkpoint, but I see everything went according to plan.
Well, that's thanks to you.
Now, I know you've scarcely arrived, but I have a request to make of you.
Oh, a request, you say?
Yes, an important one.
Well, cut the shit. Hope you don't get to... No, let's not, that is not a, funny, that one.
I'll say it plain. I want you to make peace with Zeralja.
What? I thought you said you weren't on his side.
We have come no closer to seeing eye to eye, nor do I condone his methods. Be that as it may, I don't want you to fight him. I don't want you to regret a decision made in anger and haste. Unequipped with regulators as you are, the risk is too great.
I appreciate your concern, but you ask the impossible. Zeralja murdered our father. His minions slaughtered our countrymen. He will never renounce his war. As vow of resolve, it falls to me to stop him. I know you love your people too, and so you must understand how I feel. Why I cannot, will not back down.
I do understand. All too well. Let me say only this then. Zeralja will use any means to win. If you would protect your people, return to them at once and prepare. Prepare as best you can. It may ring hollow coming from the queen of an enemy nation. But unlike me, you still have the power to determine your own fate.
really are a curious one. Look, you needn't worry for us. We have dependable comrades holding the fort in Tulihiola. They'll keep everyone safe, so we can devote our attention to affairs here.
Please.
I won't yield on this either.
So you have comrades on whom you can rely. I envy you.
You know, we'd like to learn more about you.
About me?
To be frank, we're still not sure whether or not you're trustworthy. So, if you have a moment, would you show us around the district? That way, we can get to know you better.
You're asking me, the Queen, to show you around? Oh, but I jest. I'm flattered that you've taken an interest in me. Very well. I shall be your guide. You're my guests, after all, and teaching you about my realm would be a pleasure in and of itself. If you like, I can introduce you to my citizens, too. I consider them family, as you do yours.
By all means, we're in your capable hands.
That you are. This will be an enjoyable and enlightening tour, I promise.
There is still something deeply wrong with her. I don't like the whiplash with which she changed on that. But we'll see. I love that no one knows who we are in this expat, because they're like, oh no, Zoraja has cyber power. He's trying to burn her city. That's fine. Like, the thing is, we sort of did that whole thing where we went to the end of the universe and killed the physical embodiment of despair, so... Like, if this was happening back in Eorzea, people would probably just be pointing at him with a shrug and going, hey, local cat girl, could you go deal with that for us? Thanks. And then I would, because that's like 90% of my day job. That's my entire day job, is just getting pointed at world-ending threats and going and solving it. That is where we are going to leave story for today. I just really wanted to get into the city, but my jaw is killing me from these headphones. Which means I'm going to have to get some fucking on-ear ones, which is, ugh, wretched. Excuse me. We will, at some point, be doing Witcher on stream, yes. Although, I do appreciate that you've reminded me, because I don't remember any of the controls for Witcher, so I'm going to have to go back and relearn them all. But I'm not restarting the fucking game. I'm in fucking Vizima. I'm not going through the outskirts again. Actually, I think I'm in the inner part of Vizima. No. No, I'm in Act 2, I think. Raymond has gotten involved. Did I already... No, we might be heading up on Act 3. I'm pretty sure I've already beat, what's his tits? The sorcerer guy. I definitely remember doing the not obituary, coroner thing in the morgue. What is that? Post-mortem. That's the fucking word. Is it? No, that's something can be done post-mortem, but you don't. Do you do a post-mortem? Well, you do a post-mortem exam. Never mind. I'm confused and confused. My point is, I'm pretty sure Azar? Shit, I can't remember his name. So I think I'm coming up on the end of Witcher 3, which is handy. Or Witcher 1, not Witcher 3. I won't be doing Witcher 2 on stream because Triss really fucking annoys me. How many times did you look at the man's cock? 0. That man is dead. I'm not a hugely into, like, corpse penis. Fortunately for me. There are many things that... Who? What do you mean Mama's coming out? Oh, fucking Genshin, stop that. There are many things that I may express interest in, but that is well over a line for me, thank you very much. I have some standards. Like, they're low, but they're there. And a pulse is definitely... Well... Wait, shit, I just remembered the vampire thing. A pulse is negotiable based on other factors. I can work with it. But there are other factors. Yeah, but I'm not a Triss girly. I don't necessarily get along with Witcher 2 in several regards. Namely, the bit where I spent a good chunk of Witcher 1 romancing Shani, because she's great. And then I got force dumped with Triss, and then I had to do fucking borderline witchcraft to figure out how to not end up with her at the end of the damn game, and ugh. I have very strong opinions about her whole thing where she finds her crush with amnesia, and it's just like, yeah, no, I was definitely the one that was your girlfriend. That feels wrong and creepy to me. No real man ships Geralt and Triss. Well, I'm not a real man, but I also don't ship Geralt and Triss. I'm a fake girl. I'm a cat girl on the internet. That's like the opposite of a real man, but I still win the fight against a real man, mostly because my tits are bigger. I can weaponize them. But but yes, I am a Geralt Yennefer endgame girly, which I have heard makes it a good thing I didn't watch the Netflix series, even though I wanted to. Because apparently there were some rewrites in there that I would have been very angry about. Although I heard about the fucking Eskel thing, and I'll never forgive them for that. I don't think nothing made... I was seriously considering, you know, forking out for Netflix for like a month. Just like 1 month with Netflix, just so I could binge watch the fucking thing. And then I found out what happened with Eskel, and I was like, you know what? No. I'm going back onto AO3 like a normal person who doesn't give Netflix their fucking money, and I'm never coming back to this horrid house. Cat girl on the internet. Not a convincing argument for gender. That's true. That is fair. It's like the most gender neutral option on the internet at this point. Hilariously. Let me see, what do we got? Rocket, who's up and running today? Also, I require some assistance for a decision, and I'm a little ashamed that I have to do this. So, Henry Cavill was the best thing about that show. Apparently he was very into it, but apparently he is responsible for the changes that led to the Eskel and Yennefer situation. Situations. They were separate situations. So, that's alleged. So I hang no crimes over his head yet. Although I fucking consider it. But yeah, like, if that was true, my opinion would go into the dumpster. I still need to read the books. That's the thing. I have, like, I have the first book anyway. He tried to stick to the books. I think what I saw was it was he who he took issue with Geralt being bad at being a father. And it was that change. That sort of, because they needed impetus for various other factors to continue the book line, they had to make changes. Specifically, Geralt teaching Ciri how to defend herself, I think? Or deciding to be a better father. Something like that. It was to do with the Eskel decision. So, a couple of years ago, I saw something where they said the Eskel decision was to basically give Geralt the kick up the arse to teach Ciri how to defend herself. But at the time, I thought that was horseshit, because he does it in the books without killing off Eskel, so why the fuck is it in the, like, that's wildly unnecessary. So if that was the kind of thing that spun out from that, I would be deeply unhappy. Because I am quite fond of Eskel. And Lambert, to be fair. I'm fond of most of them, in fairness. I am easily attached to sad, violent men. Not in real life. Fuck those guys. But in fiction, yes. I've gone off on a tangent, haven't I, again? Yeah, I tried to stop myself, and then I got looped back around because I have the attention span of a deceased goldfish. But yes, so if you've been here in the past, you will remember my wrath. Eskel was not Henry. No, it was Henry. Okay, so hold on. What I've heard is Henry wanted Geralt to be a better dad from the outset than he was in the books. And they needed some impetus for Geralt to decide that he needed to, like, train Ciri better. Some kind of, I don't know, kick up the arse. I think in the books it was... don't get me wrong, I haven't actually read the books, so I'm basing this entirely on fucking hearsay and rolling the dice on guessing. But from what I've heard, the reason that they killed Eskel in the show was to give Geralt that kick up the arse towards training Ciri to fight. Which, even when I first heard it, sounded a lot to me like horseshit. Because there's so many different ways you could have done that. Like, just have something try to eat her. She'll be fine. She's a core character. You know? But instead, they made the option to sacrifice what is one of my favorite characters in the game. And I have never forgiven them. These sins shall hang upon their heads for decades more to come. But I don't actually have literally any evidence that Henry was involved in these decisions. That's only like hearsay and rumor. So that's why I say I won't hang the sins over his head yet. But I do like a petty, as many a petty bitch, I do like a straightforward answer, which is why I think about that, why I mentioned that, like, I'd consider hanging them over his head anyway, because I do like an easy villain, you know, in a situation. Maybe I should just shut up and read the fucking books. There's a reason he's no longer, I can't remember what that was. I remember hearing about it and being like, bitch, what? But I can't remember what it is, which is infuriating, because that happens all the time. I can always remember a reaction I had to something and never fucking why I had it or what I had it to. Why is... Did he also quit Superman? Oh no, that was the, let's see, okay, so a gossip podcast had some opinions about him being disrespectful and toxic, but I'm gonna be honest, the words gossip podcast make me immediately discount everything they say. Yeah, it seems like we've got more people saying that he was annoyed at the writer's room for trying to rewrite parts of the books, which makes it sound like the writer's room are responsible for the alterations to Geralt and his fatherhood style. Interesting, I didn't know that. I've never heard that before. Or writers just starting doing their own thing and it's trash. Oh, God. Yeah. Oh, I just read an awful sentence. We have this is a quote from executive producer Tomek Baginski. We have a very, very good plan to introduce our new Geralt and our new vision for Geralt with Liam. Not going deeply into those ideas because this will be a huge spoiler, but it's also very, very close to the meta ideas which are deeply embedded in the books, especially in book 5. My concern with that is the phrase, the meta ideas, because that's so goddamn vague. Like, what does that mean? I mean, I get what they're... I think I get what they mean, like, the overarching, like, philosophy of the books and stuff, but that does seem a little bit like something vague as hell. Like, so many people, like, how... People are always fucking reading books differently. Like, coming away with different things. Oh, ew. That's concerning. You know what? I'll wait till they're done. It's Netflix. They'll probably just cancel it after another couple seasons anyway. I'll wait till it's done and then I'll just make like everybody else and acquire it legally. Look, everybody's got a USB somewhere in their house. What's the decision? Right, yes. If you've been here a while, you may have heard my previous rants about Dragon Age. Specifically, I was a Dragon Age player on the PlayStation 3 when Inquisition came out. If you haven't played, they released the entire game on PlayStation 3 and 4, and the corresponding Xboxes and PC. They then released a piece of DLC that served as not only an epilogue, but a setup for the next game. They did not release it on the older gen consoles. I have never forgiven them for this decision, and it fills me with wrath to even think about it. They also like to release other pieces of media that do not enhance existing story, but do add to new story, which is a bitch move as far as I'm concerned. Because that would mean that to properly keep up with the Dragon Age game story, you would need a book collection, a comic collection. I think was there a fucking mini series or some bullshit? Like, I don't have that kind of money. I can barely afford the fact that you're pumping out these games for money that makes my eyes water. Like, I got bills to pay. But anyway, however, I have played all 3 existing Dragon Age games. I have also played the browser game. I have unfortunately become invested. And it really fucking annoys me that my gumption lasted right up until they put out a fucking release date for Veilguard, and immediately my will crumbled like dust. But, so, obviously I have big fuck off beef with EA, and whatever part of the design team made that choice. But Dragon Age 4 is coming out in October. It is coming out on Halloween, actually, funnily enough. The new one was, yep, it is the 31st of October. It was just given a release date. And I'm sort of sitting here going, on the one hand, I hope it's shit, because then I will feel vindicated by my rage towards EA this last fucking decade. But on the other hand, I've put so much time, effort, love into my pre-existing characters. I kind of hope it's good. Like, I'll still be mad about it, but I kind of hope it's good. Because, like, the story's been going on for fucking years. Like, I've put blood, sweat, and tears into this. But I think my question for the room is, do I get the fucking game? Like, I'm gonna be mad either way. Feed out for Dragon Age, is that a swear word? Yes, it is a swear word. My issue is, if I get it and it's shit, I'll be annoyed at myself for breaking my strong stance that I would not buy any more Dragon Age games. But if I get it and it's good, I'll be glad I got it. If I don't get it and it's shit, I get to be smug about it. But if I don't get it and it's really good, I'm gonna have to turn around and, tail between my fucking legs, chewing humble pie. No, because then if you did, I could convince you back to Apex, which now has dual-wield Mozambiques. There is no amount of money in this fucking world getting me back into Apex. I just had to pay 120 euros for a filling. I got another one due in September. I got a third tooth with a crack in it. I cannot afford to go back to Apex. My teeth are too damaged. You get me a full new set of perfect, pristine chompers? Unbreakable bastards? Oh, a sword. This one kid somehow pronounced it wrong. Ah, that's cute. But yes, I think we are very much going to end up. I think I am going to end up cracking like a fucking egg. Like someone with a moral backbone of a chocolate eclair just steal John Mulaney's joke wholeheartedly. Oh, Sandal. Yes, Sandal is... We suspect Sandal... God, I'm already going back into it. I can't handle the... listen, whatever happens, even if I get the game, I can't go back into the Dragon Age fandom. That is some of the most insufferable people you'll ever meet. That might be because I was in the fandom on Tumblr, though, and you could make 800-word rant posts about morals and you had to read them, and they were written by somebody who probably should never be allowed near a political office, honestly, or a medical ward. But if you do get it, you have to play Star Wars 2. I mean, what do we do if I'm already gonna play Star Wars? Like, do I just get it? Okay, it's not for a couple of months. The thing is, I need to figure out if I'm gonna get it, because if I'm gonna get it, if I'm gonna bite the fucking bullet, I know what I'm gonna do. And it's called, it rhymes with Schmelector's edition. This has genuinely been bugging me for days now. Every time I see someone talk about it, it like haunts me in the back of my head. It wasn't bad until the fucking release date came out. Was that today? I think it was today. And then it really started, Oh no, it's also 60? Well, if you don't get the deluxe, like, I can't even complain about that. I've been complaining about fucking AAA games going up to 70 for ages. If this one's gonna be 60, I might have to actually fucking... Why isn't that honk playing? I should be playing. Oh, there it is. Thank God it's not broken. There is no pre-order bonus. Oh, well, no, there is. Oh no, and it's the good shit too. Did also say beat Melania before Shadow of the Area Tree came out. But yeah, that was a series of decisions that backfired horribly. I think the problem is my stance on Dragon Age was easy to hold when there was no sign of the next game. Talking about Wukong? No. Did they make another one of those? Or wasn't that... didn't they make that like years ago? They made one. No, they made... What was the one I remember? Wulong, I think? Unfortunately, it's quite easy to have a particular moral stance when it's not fucking challenged. And again, I suppose fucking being mad at a video game producer isn't exactly a moral fucking stance, is it? It does look really the thing is, it looks good-ish, but like, that's not fucking Morrigan. I don't care what you call her, that's not fucking Morrigan. A problem for another day, in fairness. A problem truly for another day. But, yeah, I may have to concede the point. I don't want to, but I may have to. Okay, right, I'm gonna let y'all go, because I have, why do I get the weirdest texts? I'm gonna let y'all go, because my jaw hurts, and I have to get up in the morning. As always, it is always nice to see you. I hope you have a great rest of your weekend. And I hope... Oh, before I forget. Final Fantasy tomorrow. Unless my jaw hurts too much. Which is a maybe with these fucking headphones, but we'll see. But yes. I hope I see y'all around again sometime, alright? Bye!